This program is intended for an adult audience and deals with mature humor and contains material including language, violence, and nudity that may be offensive to some viewers. Viewer discretion is strongly advised.
Get your life, baby. I got mine, why you concerned about mine, baby? Feeling me, that's why they killing me, lately. Get your life, get your life, get your life, baby. I got mine, why you concerned about mine, baby? Feeling me, that's why they killing me, lately. Get your life. Run up when you see me, no disguises. Keep that thing with me, cause I don't do surprises. J Chanel, show and tell, all facts, no lies, streak. Get your life, cause I'm the type to come to it that 9 quick. Eyes on me, what you care for? Watching me, baby, care for. If you ain't a fan, where the cameras? Hide in the back with the bellboys. My circle so restricted. Hands raised like it's your religion. When I sleep, pay close attention. Fake friends out here pretending. Get your life, get your life, baby. I got mine, why you concerned about mine, baby? Feeling me, that's why they killing me, lately. Get your life. Get your life, baby. I got mine, why you concerned about mine, baby? Feeling me, that's why they killing me, lately. Get your life.
Focus there.
Watch them cause they after me like a pot of gold. I'm not for play, ask Keisha if you don't know. I'm a little bit cray-cray, approach me, you better be right. If you don't come correctly, you can catch these hands tonight. Eyes on me, what you care for? Watching me, baby, care for. If you ain't a fan, why the cameras? Hide in the back with the bellboys. My circle's so restricted. Hands raised like it's your religion. When I sleep, pay close attention. Fake friends out here pretending. Get your life, baby. I got mine, why you concerned about mine, baby? Feeling me, that's why they killing me, lately. Get your life.
Get your life.
Get your life, baby. I got mine, why you concerned about mine, baby? Feeling me, that's why they killing me, lately. Get your life.
Get your life, boo.
Already there. Good morning, good evening, good night, and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's your nighttime, right time DJ Music here with another episode of The Chop Shop. Y'all see what we talking about. What else can I say that the YouTube streets have not said about Dr. Umar? In the latest episode of Can You Please Help Me With Some of Your Dollars? Folks, I tell you what, the old adage is going around now that P.T. Barnum said, a sucker is born every minute. So, sometimes, as I say a lot of times, you gotta stop blaming the content creator, and you gotta start blaming the people who follow these. I can say it now. I've been on long enough. 2 minutes has passed. These loose niggas. Because I don't care how much fame that Dr. Umar think he has, and I use the term doctor quite loosely. He is a loose nigga. And some of you women, and Corey Holcomb and UPT is going to point out this stuff. I'm going to bring a couple folks in to help me solidify my point of what I'm going to say to y'all. Some of y'all going to get mad. But as they say, a hit dog hollers. So if what I'm going to say and what Corey Holcomb is going to say and what my man from the UPT, Stay on Your Grind, Stay on Your Pivot Network say, because that's where I first heard about this Umar situation. I follow him. So I tell you what, I ain't going to hold you. We just going to get straight to it. Y'all already know the backstory on Umar. So let's go ahead and chop it up. Again, big shout out to the information man. I've listened to your stream. I tell you what, folks, if there's anybody who keep their foot on the neck of Umar, it is definitely the information man. Y'all check him out. I'll leave the link to his podcast over down in the description, all right? So without further ado, folks, let's see. I know we didn't heard it, but I'm going to pause it first. I'm going to let Umar say what he got to say, and I'm going to let my man say what he got to say. And I might pause it from time to time, but, this is a review. This ain't a fucking listen session, okay? All right? So let me get to this right here.
Y'all to listen up. I got a very important announcement. This morning, I received a text message from one of my homies. He needed Dr. Umar to send him a couple dollars. I logged into my account just to check my balance because I haven't done so since I left for South Africa back on July 10th. Only to discover that I could not log into my account. So then I called the bank to find out what was going on. And the bank told me to enter my 16-digit card number. I did that. They told me they had no record of my account. The bank that I've been with since I was a teenager told me they had no record of my account. So then I called the bank. And the bank told me that my personal account, as well as the independent Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy account, have both been frozen. And I was told that there is an investigation into my personal account as well as the school account. I asked them, was this due to suspicion of any fraud on my part? I was told that it was not due to suspicion of any fraud on my part, but I was told that it was due to suspicion of fraudulent activity. I was told that someone has been trying to gain access to my personal account and the FDMG account. Brothers and sisters, if you have sent a donation to FDMG, let's give it until the end of the month to see if this gets cleared up. They have given me no definitive timeline as to when their investigation will come. You have sent a check or money order donation to FDMG. Let's wait until August the 1st, Black August, and see if this situation has gotten cleared up. They told me they sent me a letter to this point on July the 10th, the day that I left for South Africa. I was told that the timeline of suspicious activity was June 25th to July the 10th. That's when Medea went public. Everybody knows who Medea is. I believe Medea and Pastor were fraudulently trying to get into my account. And if we find out that's the case, they will be sued and possibly arrested because fraudulent activity on a bank account is a federal offense. In the time Medea went public, and I went for South Africa. So brothers and sisters, if you want to make a donation to FDMG, you must send it to PayPal. Hold off on the checks and money orders until the situation is resolved. PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. If I find out Medea and Pastor C had anything to do with this, I was told that they can be arrested for federal offense. Now, with that being said, brothers and sisters, Dr. Umar has access to no money right now because my personal account contains all of my money. I only send it to Apple Pay and PayPal as necessary. So the Prince of Pan-Africanism, for the first time in my...
Okay, ladies and gentlemen. My goodness. Now listen, I want to just pause that right there. Let me do this. Let me throw in some background music. Listen, y'all can say what you want to, but to me, that's a crackhead move. All that explanation, first of all, none of that makes sense. Absolutely none of it. None of it makes sense. If I was the dude, folks, let's take this from I'm the cat that's calling to ask about some money. If you was telling me that story, I would have said to you, man, you could have just told me no. That's some bullshit. Why we got to go through all of that? I didn't need it that bad. I just asked you to send me a couple dollars. You got to go through all that bank shit. I thought you might have had it on you, being you, Dr. Umar. And this is the next part of it. When in the blue blazes, when in the history have you ever heard the bank call you, or you called the bank and they ask you for your 16-digit number? They ask you for your PIN number and the last four to your social security. That's it. But you heard this dumb ass nigga Umar say that the bank had no record of his account. And did y'all see the look on my man's face? You had to sit back. Only reason I stopped it here is because, YouTube say you just can't watch it all the way through. But I was amazed when I watched this all the way through the first time. This nigga expects somebody to believe this? Is this a joke? Are you kidding me? Not the Prince of Pan-African telling the motherfucker that they broke. What the fuck is going on with the world? Is this the new thing now? But there's a reason why Umar felt comfortable doing that. And Corey Holcomb gonna tell y'all about it. A lot of y'all gonna be upset about what Corey got to say and my comments on this as well. A lot of y'all gonna be disappointed. Umar felt comfortable to continuously pull this scam year after year after year. How long this school been in existence, folks? They got folks in dirt huts in Africa that built schools quicker than Umar. When you got some time, go look up the definition of carpetbagger. Go look up the definition of scammer. Go look up the definition of bullshit artist. Somewhere in that definition, when you run across a picture, I can guarantee you Umar Johnson will be in it. As they say, the emperor has no clothes. He started being piece by piece questioned when he got on Roland Martin. Y'all remember that? And Roland Martin called him out, saying that he was a descendant of Frederick Douglass. The family of the descendants of Frederick Douglass says, no, this nigga ain't no kin to us. That's when shit started going downhill for Umar. What he did, honestly, what I think Umar did is he's running on that popularity of the Hidden Color series. I will give credit where credit due. That series opened a lot of eyes for a lot of folks. Made a whole lot of folks start paying attention to what shit and where shit really came from, whether you like it or not. So I'm not going to take that from it. But the mere fact that you've been trying to open up this damn school for 15 years, and after all that money, pocket watching with JT broke down how much money you have made. Y'all got to go check out that podcast too. I wish I had that. Wish I could get all of those clips together, but I didn't want to do that. Y'all go over and get these folks clicks, because they break it down to you. There's another dude, you're going to hear him referred to as somebody called Pastor Bussy. Well, Pastor Bussy had 2 live streams that were over, he broke records. I'll put that link down in the description. But the thing about it, that's another trademark of Umar. When he can't beat you, he start calling you names. Y'all notice that? How you gonna call somebody Pastor Bussy when that man got a wife and kids? Let's go. But y'all pay attention to the look on my man's face over here.
My life is without any digital currency. So for my loyal supporters out there, if you can spare a few dollars so I can take care of Queen Mother Ifa Tunde and myself until my bank account is frozen or canceled so I can get my money back and open up a new account, please hit my Apple Pay or hit my PayPal. Pay using my cell number. I have never asked the people for $1 in my life. I've only asked you to donate to the FDMG Academy for Boys. I don't have any sons. I have 2 daughters. So the FDMG campaign is a selfless project, mission, and service to provide our boys with the education that they deserve. But right now, I don't have any money because my account was frozen by my bank because someone has been trying to hack. My personal account is also frozen. That means we're going to lapse on our utility bills. We're going to lapse on our internet bill. We're going to lapse on a lot of our bills at FDMG. The bank is not giving me a timeline as to when this situation is going to be resolved. FDMG is coming. We just got to lay down on floors, brothers and sisters. Lay down on floors, and we applying for a certificate of occupancy.
Yo, it's Big Ant, the spokesman, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV, UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in as Dr. Umar Johnson is back at it once again. The word semantics, the antics, and not being transparent about what's going on right now. As he went up to Instagram and it started to hit all the blogs, people were sending to me last night. It said that his accounts have been frozen, 2 of them. The one for the school, FDMG, that he's been pushing for so long, and his personal account, to where he doesn't have any money and he wants people to send him that, as he says, hit the PayPal, hit the PayPal. We've been hearing that a lot. And I want to make this very clear, educational right here. Going broke, being down on your luck, not having money, that's all a part of the game of life. Nobody is bulletproof from.
And he is absolutely right, folks. Not everybody is born with a silver spoon in their mouth. You got some highs and some lows. There's no one that's absolutely immune to the broke bug. Sometimes you up, sometimes you down. That's called life. But you don't get on an internet stream because you having hard times. You call your relatives, you call your families, you call your friends, you call your buddies, you call some business associates and say, hey, if you that guy that you say you are, I'm gonna need a little help. Umar, just like your buddy called you, is there nobody that you could have called except for getting on a live stream and blowing your heart out to us, telling the whole damn world that all this money that you in South Africa, you got the money to go to South Africa? Nigga, what person in their right mind goes to South Africa and don't check their bank account every fucking day? Who travels and don't see how much money they traveling with? Who looks at a bank account? Who does not check their PayPal? Who does not check their Instagram or whatever when you are expecting donations? Who does that? What person in their right mind that's on a YouTube stream that says that goes back and look and see if anybody hit them up on the PayPal or the Cash App or Super Chat or whatever? Who don't do that? Who don't do that? Now he telling you folks that don't send him no money via cash. Okay, now I don't. Maybe I'm missing something, but I thought the majority of these apps, Cash App, PayPal, has to have some form of bank account attached to them. So why the fuck am I sending you money to a bank account that you telling me that's already frozen? How you gonna get it? Huh? If the bank is telling you, are you gonna open up another account? Is that it? Is that what you're about to do? Because that's the only way that's going to make sense, that you're going to open up another account, attach it to your Apple Pay. That way, that account is now active. But the old account that was attached to your Apple Pay is, as you say, been frozen. I don't know too many of these banking apps that don't ask you for some kind of bank connection. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong with that. But let's get back to Big Ant. Excuse me there, brother. Let's get back to Big Ant there, folks, because he gonna say some real shit, and then we're gonna get to some real harder shit from Corey Holcomb. So let's get it.
Because you never know what tomorrow's gonna bring. But what everybody does not have going on in their life is asking other people for their money, what they worked hard for, asking other people for their currency, their cash, telling other people to hit their PayPal to be a part of their dream, and then going broke with other people money that you asked for consistently all the time, and then telling them that the money you asked for from them was not money for you, but it was for your school. So you telling me throughout all this time, Dr. Umar, that all that money you've received, you never taken not a dollar of it and spent it on yourself? What people have to know and understand is, when you ask people for their money, you ask people to donate, you ask people that give me this money for this cause, you open up a window. And that window is, let me know what you're doing with that money, or let me know what you got going on with your finances, because I invested my finances to you. Now, he didn't do it by force. People did it by choice. He didn't force you to give him the money. He didn't put a gun in your head and tell him to give you the money, so you can't be all the way mad at him if you sent it to him after all this time. It just is what it is, just keeping it all the way 100. But it's still a conversation that needs to be had, and you can complain about it. You can raise an issue about it. You should, but you got to know at the same time, Dog has been running this line forever, just keeping it all the way 100. Now, we want to see a school be successful for anybody.
And he, of all the things that he said, he's absolutely right. You cannot argue with anything that Ant just said, folks. You cannot. I dare you to. Try it. He's been running this game for years. So basically, without saying it, what he's alluding to is that sometimes you gotta stop blaming, as this, I'm gonna break it down to our level, because he's a public figure, and he has absolutely not only a moral expectation, but he has a public expectation that all these folks that donate to you, especially under the pretense that you're going to get a school, they need to know what my donation's going to, because that's what you're telling them. And folks, again, not to say that I'm the world's greatest businessman, but I've been a business for myself since 2007. And I do not have a bank account that is personal and one that is business connected, because they're two different entities. If you're a smart businessman, you know that you do not have those two bank accounts at the same. Your personal money is different from your business money, if you plan on being successful in business. And like Ant said, how can you tell us, Dr. Umar, that some of that money that you have gotten from donations, that you have not used it personally? You've had to. The mere fact that you said you bring your mother into it. Let me back up here to just break this down to the YouTube streets. That's another thing these loose niggas do to y'all. They bring their sick mamas into it. They bring their children into it, their small children into it, and they prey on the sympathy of some of y'all women. And some of y'all give up that money so easily because you don't want to see these children suffer. And once one of these niggas see that shit work, they're going to keep going over it and over and over and doing it again and again and again. It's always about the little black boys. It's always about the little black girls. I see he trying to do right by his daughters, a la Jay Prince for president. How many of y'all women donated to that nigga? And how many of y'all heard his opinion of black women? But there's some of y'all over there right now donating to that nigga. There's some of y'all over there right now donating to the angry man. There's some of y'all over there right now donating to Myron Gaines. There's some of y'all over there right now donating to DJ Hamp. And every stream I've heard from each one of them gentlemen that I just met, and I lose that term loosely, is in the detriment of black women. Every one of those streams I just mentioned, find me something good that they say about black women on. Andrew, what's his name? Anton Daniels. When it was black women getting fired from these government jobs, what did he say? Find you a better job. You should have been prepared for the inevitable. Y'all know you was going to get fired sooner or later. But when it came to Umar, oh, it's just a streak of bad luck. The brother down on his luck. Blah, 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 blah. Birds of a feather flock together. Like my man say, stay on your pivot. But the thing, and sometimes when folks say things to you, whether it be down in the chat room or whether it be during the live stream, it kind of stick with you. So I remember having a conversation with a particular young lady. I won't mention her name, but I'm sure if you listen to the stream, you'll know who I'm talking to about this. Like I said, when you leave the protection grid, it's hard to get back into it. Because several times over the years, we have told y'all about these grifters, these angry mans, these Umars, these obsidians, that they use your money, the Jay Princes, the Darryl Longs of the world, they use your money to come up, to come ups, to live a better lifestyle. That's what they do. That's why they can afford to be on these streams 8, 9, 10 hours at a time, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. You turn on the YouTube stream and you see a loose nigga live talking about how fucked up women is. Been on 6 hours. The disheartening part about it is you see women trying to convince them niggas that they wrong. The easiest way to convince, ladies, listen to me, come closer, come here, come here. The easiest way, ladies, to convince these loose niggas that they wrong is stop going over there trying to prove them right. I saw the other day DJ Hamp told a woman that her opinion wasn't worth a hill of beans. And instead of her getting off the platform, ladies and gentlemen, she continued to try and solidify her point. Openly disrespected by Hamp. Your opinion really don't matter because you don't know what you're talking about. I counted on that panel that day, there was 6 women on that panel plus Hamp. So my thought was, normally when I go live over on StreamYard, I always start off, there's a clip of a guy saying, men have their space and women have their space. So I'm going to ask you women, if there's 6 of y'all on the panel plus DJ Hamp, why didn't one of y'all, do a live stream and invite the other 5 to the panel to discuss your issues of what you believe is right and wrong about how to raise a child, instead of letting some loose nigga named DJ Hamp that has no formal educational background other than a fucking opinion tell you how wrong you are about how to raise your child. The particular stream that I'm talking about, he was telling you women that there was no way his children, and I know I'm getting off subject a little bit, but there was no way that his children, his son, would bring home a white chick. Well, let me go ahead and say that, DJ Hamp, just in case you ever hear this. You can't tell a grown person who to like, who to love, and who to sleep with. Maybe when your child is under your control of your house, you can say, yes, I don't want you dating white women in front of me. And even after your 18, 19, 20-year-old son leaves your house, DJ Hamp, you can still tell him, if you date a white girl, don't bring her to my house. But you still cannot stop him from dating a white woman, a Puerto Rican woman, an Asian woman, a Jamaican woman, a Filipino woman, because you are not in control of someone else's feelings. You don't hear me?
Body right now, because there's so many layers to this conversation with him. We seen him recently get exposed by this older lady. Supposedly, I'm not all the way hip to that part. My nigga BP brought me that story. Yeah, man, this is going up on the internet right now. This is all, it's seeing all this. I didn't even care to look into it. I'm like, more bad news for Dr. Umar. We seen the situation with his daughter and the other woman that he was dealing with, that he also has a child with or something. I think that storyline hit as well. But I'm just on this type of time like this, bro. People are going to question you, and they have the right to question you, and they should question you if you're asking them for money. But now all of a sudden you need more money and you don't have any money. And then he's talking about Black August 1st. There's a conversation going on right now. People boycotting non-Black American businesses and stuff like that, or holding their dollars back from non-Black American businesses. He's pushing the Pan-African, this conversation with that goes against that to a certain extent. But I need this yeah, it does go against that. But my thing is this right here, Dr. Umar. You can't come on here and try to make it seem like you did ask people for their money now. Like, oh, I was just getting the money from school and I don't have any boys. See, that's that hogwash game. Some of y'all are going to fall for it. Some of y'all are still going to believe it. I'm the nigga that, hey, it would be dope to see Dr. Umar get a school and have an education and find people and for the kids of the community in America and everything like that. But you haven't had it yet, and you've been asking for the money forever. Now you're talking about flows and we got to get our occupancy. But this is the thing, it would not be an accredited school because you have to get that approved by the whole government system or however they do that. So these classes you have in there won't even really count, but you've been taking all this money all these years, man. It is what it is. Dr. Umar could even just be clout chasing right now. That's the thing with those gimmicks and those antics, repeating this stuff 4 and 5 times when he says it. I'm over it. If he get to school, I congratulate him, salute him, turn it up, make it something successful. We all about forward progress, my nigga. But I'm just going to be the person to call it like it is, bro. You can't piss on me and tell me it's raining. Dr. Umar just be talking, trying to get himself tied to the next hot topic. He is most definitely a part of the go viral or die trying vibe where he gets booked and he's going to say things that are controversial to keep himself in a conversation, to keep getting booked even more. But tell me what y'all think, man. Dr. Umar talking about he going broke. Bro, I'm over it. Tell me, stay on your pivot for shit show, Mo. Come.
That's for sure, folks. Stay on your pivot there, Big Ant. Appreciate your speaking on that. But I think, honestly, it's about time that Dr. Umar has been exposed. He exposed himself. If that's my honest opinion. I think that as Malcolm X used to say the chickens have come home to roost. Every grifter has its day, folks. You know, again, go look up the term muckraker. Go look up the term yellow journalism. Go look up the term what do you call that? Snake oil salesman. Guarantee you, you will find Umar in there somewhere, and it's proven over and over and over and over and over again, folks. Just how Umar has not come up with the goods. And again, I got to start blaming the people who big up these guys on the level of the YouTube streets. You guys call BGS the master teacher. All these folks talking about having a one-on-one session with me. Angry Man advertising one-on-one sessions. BGS advertising one-on-one sessions. DJ Ham advertising one-on-one sessions. What in the fuck can these niggas teach y'all? One-on-one sessions about what? If you are 40, 50 years old and you need one-on-one sessions about how to catch a woman, and your idea of getting sound advice about it is from the Angry Man? A nigga that dyes his beard? That's out of shape? Bernard Riley? Nigga look like he could, if he bites you as a woman, he might fuck around and give you a hysterectomy. BGS, remember? Them niggas got mad at me when I called out BGS about how he talking about, hey, if you get close to the kids, you can get to the mamas. Isn't that what Umar doing? There's a whole lot of single mamas out there. BGS said it one time or the other. And the best way to get to them is get to the kids. Now, again, falling right into this. Corey Holcomb about to drag a whole lot of folks. And I'm going to stop it where I need to. I'm going to let the folks do their introductions, and I'll leave the appropriate links to where you can go and like, share, and subscribe to the different content creators that I'm using to present you with this authentic loose nigga roundup starring Dr. Umar Johnson.
I'm going to go back to 2010. It don't take since if you're going to open a school, you would have opened it by now. You older, you overweight, you are not going to be out here another 20 years preaching about a school.
Yo, what's up? This bruh man from the fifth floor, and you tuned in to Forgotten Kings TV.
I have done my best to avoid speaking on it, and I'm ashamed speaking on it as it has become so trendy this week, but I am finally going to speak on the Dr. Umar fiasco.
Not Lupe.
They who?
Not Lupe, but
Oh, not Lupe fiasco.
but Umar fiasco.
I mean, like, yo, man, this is something that has gotten so bad.
Yeah.
I couldn't help but weigh in on it.
All right.
There's a brother, calls himself a doctor. Everybody on the internet who calls themselves a doctor, it makes me do this.
Nigga.
What's that, Chuck D. Look?
Nigga.
I mean, there are some doctors in the black internet space that are legitimate doctors. Most of them have questionable doctor credentials. It's been trendy to call yourself a doctor. But just like the other doctor, you've become undone. You've become undone. This brother, Dr. Umar, who is a great speaker, uses his speaking ability as a weapon against the lame. What is lame?
Stop. He absolutely does. Dr. Umar is a great orator. The only difference between Dr. Umar and the modern day preacher is the pulpit. That is it. And I say this, listen folks, one thing I understand, and the reason why I didn't put any music behind this, I understand the power of voice because of my own. I understand, I listen to what people tell me of how I speak and how I convey a message to them from time to time. I've heard people say, man, you should be on a commercial, or you sound like this guy. I understand the power of voice. And so does Umar, and so do preachers. And again, I say this for purpose. Charisma in the wrong hands is one of the most dangerous weapons on this planet. Corey?
What's the definition of lame, brother?
Any nigga still wearing FUBU.
Damn.
Fuck y'all, man. Craig on this motherfucker.
Damn, Craig.
No, I'm joking.
All right, can you read it where we can hear it? What is the definition of lame? A person naive or socially inept.
Okay.
He has been working lames for a long time. But
he has been working lames for a long time. Men and women. Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. When Umar first came out, when he was riding high off the success of the Hidden Color series, I got to be honest, I donated to Umar. Not no damn mo. That was years ago when I donated to Umar. Years ago. When I'm talking about maybe 2014, 2015, somewhere around in there. Wasn't much, but I still donated to him. Every little bit adds up, don't it?
There's more to it that I want to put my spin on with it. First of all, I knew he wasn't 100 with it when he faked the phone call. When he was into it with somebody, and you saw it. It's so funny. I watched it probably 1,000 times. Yeah. When he was arguing with somebody and he acted like his goons was calling. He was like, no, hold on, here they go. Hello? No, man, I got this. I got this. Then his phone said, nigga, do you know how hard I was laughing, dog? I'm saying, dude,
Y'all remember that shit? He was talking tough, like he was on the phone. And then the phone rang. Hercules. Come on.
Played yourself in front of anybody that's 100. You can't come back from that. It take at least 5 years of staying away from the internet and a sincere apology for playing people like they lame, for a real one to even listen to that, what you got to say anymore. So what I'm saying about this is the real problem with a man like
And here come the real folks. I know y'all hear me in the background, but I left the mic on for a purpose because I want y'all to hear my natural reaction. So imagine I'm in the room with Craig and Darlene in the background. Of course, he ain't putting I'm not part of the 5150 show, so he ain't gonna put the camera on me. But I'm in the background dying. Okay. Now, Corey about to come with the reels, so let's go.
This Umar brother. This is the real problem. Anybody with common sense know that this man ain't got no school coming. Anybody with common sense know that. But there's a sucker born every minute. So he gonna keep running his script and absorb what he can from the suckers. This is where he's very detrimental to our community.
That's right.
Not just the fact that he begs and borrows, robs.
Listen, I hate to bring up Bill Cosby, but there's remember Fat Albert and the Cosby Kids, there was a cat called Begging Benny. He borrowed anything you got, a shoe, a lamp, a 3-cent stamp, or a coffee pot. He don't care. Begging Benny. And that's who Umar is.
This is a man who's always talking about black women and how the black queens should be put first, foremost, all that. But I wonder, can he assemble black women that ain't got a this nigga that fucked me over story?
Not one.
You're a predator. You use your good talking to destroy the lames and hoes.
And he is absolutely right. And I said this, listen, folks, I don't pat myself on the back, but again, I like when these prominent folks say what little old me say, because folks will look at me and say, oh, you wrong for that, Mr. Music. Oh, you a little bit harsh, or you this, or you that. No, I'm right. Niggas like Daryl Long look for women with low self-esteem. Niggas like BGS don't mind throw his daughter under the bus, and then some of you women will be over there still giving this nigga money. Nigga like Angry Man calls himself Beano Nation, black in name only, but you black women are over there giving this nigga money, giving him clicks and views. He called you hyenas. Let's talk about Sotomayor. Sotomayor said 85% of his audience is black women, even though I talk shit about them, so I must be right. That's your fault, black women. He told you 85% of y'all must agree with me because y'all donate to me. So Umar is under the same fucking premise.
And there's a lady on the internet he's talking about. He says her vagina stinks. He says all this. He says, oh, she's this. He's accusing her of going in his bank account and getting the money probably. He said, I think she did it. Hold on. According to this woman, she called him. She needed help with her son, thought he might be able to help. It's game in that. But, okay, he agreed to meet up with her, but he had her drive 2 hours to pick him up from the airport.
Let's talk about that for
where
a
he
minute.
was flying in.
Before
Now,
Corey.
if you are a woman who...
Right, before Corey say anything about that, let's talk about that for a minute. I want y'all to think about this. You a woman, and this nigga on the internet telling you that he making all kind of money, but this nigga ain't got a hotel room to stay in. He needs you to pick him up at the airport because he ain't got money for Uber. You drive 2 hours out your way to come pick up Mr. Fantastic. You drive 2 hours out your way to pick up the angry man because this nigga told you, I ain't got no money. How he told you he ain't got no money? Because a real nigga gonna say, hey, I just landed, I'm at such hotel, I'll send a car for you. Or here's the address. When you get in the Uber, let me know, and I'll pay the Uber driver when you get here. I'm not going to your town for you to do shit for me. If I'm coming to see you, believe me, you ain't got to go to the airport 2 hours out your way. Why? Corey gonna tell you.
Who grew up around men who love you, you would never go for that. You can't step to no woman who know what she need to know in the hole past 40. 40 years old in the hole? Well, you need me to come get you? No real woman who was brought up by men who love her will go for that. And if they do go for it, it's because they wanted to hoe out for somebody, which he has fame on the internet. So maybe this woman was like, I'm just gonna do it. Of course she probably has a son with issues and all that. But when a man tell you, come drive 2.5 hours and pick me up from the airport, and he passed the age of 40, you ain't got no business going to get no man 2.5 hours and drive him anywhere. All my sisters who've been around me and who love them know this. You can't do it. You don't start out in the hole with a woman, a client, or whatever you want to call this lady. So, but this lady did it. Don't play victim now. You invited the devil in. I'm talking to the sister who he said got the fishy vagina.
And exactly it, Corey. She invited the devil in. And a lot of you ladies on the YouTube streets invite the devil into your domain. A lot of y'all ladies do things to these men that you already know what they're going to do to you if they get upset. You know they're going to dox you. You know they're going to talk shit about you. You know they're going to talk about how you look. You know they're going to talk about your body. You know this. And some of y'all already have the experience of these niggas talking shit about you. But yet, you're still over there. And the thing about it is, what I saw in some of the chat rooms, because I've been in a lot of them to talk. You heard Dr. Umar. I can't think of the dude's name. I think his name Leonard or Leon or something. Damn, why I can't think of the brother's name right now? But he's a popular YouTube, and his stream the other day, the last 2 streams that he had was off the chain over there. But I noticed down in the chat room there was some Umar defenders. How do you defend Anton Daniels? How do you defend Umar? Ladies, speaking of Anton, how do you ladies still sit in Anton Daniels chat rooms donating to him, even though he's still supporting Umar? How do you support a man that will talk up under a woman's clothes like Umar did? How do you support a man that will throw his daughter under the bus, that will call his daughter a thought, a whore, a Jezebel? How do you support a man that threw his stepdaughters under the bus? Y'all know who I'm talking about. How do you support a man that has 3 small children, daughters, that he's on a live stream saying that black women ain't shit with 3 small, soon to be, hopefully, one day, growing black women? Dennis Sperling, y'all over there supporting that nigga by the drones. Tommy Sotomayor. The list goes on of the support that you black women give these niggas. But if a small stream like me or some of the other, the information mans of the world, or a few of the others, y'all will go through high water and hell to make sure that y'all find a way to shut us down. You'll support Myron Gaines if Anton Daniels fires up a stream right now. Within 15 to 20 minutes, there'll be at least 1,000 of you folks in there to hear that nigga say absolutely nothing. And then you'll pay $1,000 for a consultation for this nigga to sit around and tell you you ain't shit. I'll do it for 50.
Sister, yeah, he signified and talked about you, but you invited the devil in. When the devil said, can you come get me 2.5 hours from there? And you went and picked him up. You know that ain't right. Don't nobody do that. No. What if you got a daughter and she tell you that story? You gonna know. You gonna be like, who is this fool?
Right.
Who working you? Because that's what he do. He's a professional at working people, but I'm telling black women, beware. Because now you on the internet and y'all spilling the beans on each other. And what I'm saying to you to prevent that from happening in the future, I'm talking to all black women. See, I've gotten accused of doing stuff to black women, but if you really want to go down to the truth of Corey Holcomb, it ain't no group of black women talking about me that know me. The people that's talking about me don't know me. But we have this intel from this woman that said he wanted her to pick him up from the airport. Here's a man who didn't have a rent-a-car to do this, but talking about something wrong with his bank account now. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
We not lame, homie. We not lame, homie. It's motherfuckers calling me right now about Craig and Matt Barnes' court. I'm not taking the calls because I know that's the devil.
Right.
You want me to go for that. I'm not gonna go for that. As people call me for the Flapper show. Corey, I need 4 tickets.
Right.
How many seats do Flappers hold?
Not a lot, maybe 150.
100.
Be your night to support,
right, yeah.
guys. Be your night to support.
I'm inviting the devil in if I entertain it.
Right.
I know them phone calls not to answer, but getting back to this Umar thing. You praying on the sisters in the hood, homie. You act like you down with the sisters in the hood. Here's a man putting his rep on the line, talking about it. You are preying on the sisters in the hood. You are not self-sufficient enough to take on one of these women and graduate her to maturity and where she needs to be in this world. If I see you taking advantage of the sisters in the hood, I'm gonna call it out. I've waited a long time to call it out. You hold up black women, literally. You hold them up, then you hold them up.
Okay.
I can't co-sign.
And he ain't lying, folks. He is not lying. And again, the proof is absolutely in the pudding, as they say. And it's the same thing in the YouTube streets. It's the same exact thing. The playbook is the same. The game does not change, only the players. And these folks like Umar Johnson and a few of these YouTube gurus, as they call themselves, the Kevin Samuels, I'm going to be honest with you. Do y'all believe that if Kevin Samuels was still alive, do you think his content would have been for the betterment of black women? Hell no. Hell no. Has Tommy Sotomayor any of his content been for the betterment of black women? But he is one of the most popular content creators in the YouTube streets. You can't go to some of these streams and don't hear some of these niggas with those two names not in their mouth. Sotomayor or the deceased Kevin Samuels. Ghost nuts from Kevin Samuels, and you got real nuts from Tommy Sotomayor. Use them two initials, TS. Need I say more? That's what y'all act like.
And that. Stop doing that. First of all, it's embarrassing for you to be begging and playing it off like somebody asked you for something. That's how I found out I didn't have nothing. So y'all do something for me. No, homie, don't talk to us like that, man. I'm talking about
right, Corey.
You gonna get lames to do something for you.
Right,
because it's a sucker born every minute.
Every minute. Come on.
You embarrassing yourself, man. You had some credibility because you a good speaker. But a lot of good speakers do a lot of bad things. And what you're doing, man, it's time to realize you cannot live like that and get respect. Begging, meeting up with the sisters, using them. The lady said you had her trying to take care of your mama 2 weeks after you met her.
Oh, wow.
Who gonna put somebody in the house with their mama and you don't know them? Unless it's a professional.
And even then, you still don't know them. You're just paying for that service. So
yeah, like you pay for a professional because it comes probably with some type of insurance.
There you go, right? And experience, but we still don't know them.
Well, let's say you desperate and you throw somebody in there with your mama. Here it is. Later on, you talking about this lady who went and helped your mama and went and picked you up at the airport. You saying she broke into your bank account and her vagina stank. If you ask me, he burnt bridges with a lot of respectable people. Lames will always be available for you. And if you want to work the lames, you work the lames. But I mean, come on, man. Come on, man. I heard he not even in the country.
Man.
Begging on the internet from somewhere else. You talking about a lady's vagina. You say a lady's vagina stink.
Right.
Who's some black woman, fishy, whatever.
Wait, Corey. Now, according to the lady, he got serviced by her at least 3 times. So you mean to tell me, did the coochie stink every time, Umar? Was the coochie always bad? Did you go ahead and eat at the YMCA anyway, even though it wasn't Daisy Fresh? Some folks like that from under cheese. Umar, I ain't gonna hold y'all too much longer. I'm just gonna let Corey say a few more words here. I'll leave the description and I'll leave the link in the description down there so y'all can hear this in its entirety. It's about 39 minutes long. But again, What else can I say about Umar? That Corey Holcomb, that the information man, that at the dude Dr. Bussy, as they say. What can I say? It's everybody is talking about Umar. Everybody got something to say about Umar, but all this shit, Umar, could have been resolved if you, sir, did not put your information out here. If you, sir, wasn't on that crack and your dealer said, hey man, I ain't fronting you no more until you pay me. So you had to come up with some elaborate story to hope that one of them suckers that just got born was gonna send you some money. Now, y'all don't want to pay attention to little old me. Pay attention to Corey Holcomb in the 5150. Or go find another one of these great content creators, because there's another young lady that I'm gonna leave her. I just ran into her. But she know Umar personally. And nothing about what she said about Umar was favorable. Nothing. But y'all see, I'm gonna leave her link down in the description as well. Okay? So let's let Corey do a little bit more chopping it up before we get out of here.
Then you blame her for breaking in your bank account, but when you met her, you didn't have a ride from the airport. I think he a fuck nigga who lying. That's just how we talk where I'm from. Man, get the fuck out of here. That nigga, I know this nigga is not capable of running a school.
No, hell no.
Nigga, if you don't get the fuck out of here, I'm finna get a flow done. Who the fuck you talking to, nigga? Hey. Get the fuck out of here, nigga. Run that shit on the motherfucking suckers, nigga. But I'm saying, you can't beg and make a living out of begging. I done seen people try. If there's people who want to subscribe to you, beautiful. They want to send you some money, beautiful. But when this is your lick and you've preached on other licks, I'm finna get this school, I'm finna do, nigga, it do not take. I'm gonna go back to 2010. It don't take since if you're gonna open a school, you would have opened it by now. You older, you overweight, you are not going to be out here another 20 years preaching about a school. You're not gonna be able to do it. Don't you realize that it might be time to use your notoriety to get a job somewhere and become a man who can look your woman in the eye and say, baby, let's make it, or I can help you, instead of running game on people you talk to all the time? I watch the people who show you be on. It's a type of YouTuber out here, or people who have access to put people on their show.
Yeah.
We need to do a show on those people, because anybody who let anybody around them, something wrong with you.
Right.
And I don't like being around you. If anybody can come around you, what good are you? What good are you to humanity? And if you know.
And that's exactly the part that I wanted to get to. So I'm going to end Corey with that. Again, I'll leave the link down in the description, and you folks can go and listen to the rest of that, the 5150 show. But Corey was absolutely right. If everyone and anyone has access to you, what good are you? Do y'all think that I came up with this term loose nigga all willy-nilly? There was a young lady, I don't know where she's been. I haven't seen her around in the YouTube streets for quite some time, but I hope she's doing well. Talking about the verbal assassin. Hope you're doing well if you hear this. But she asked me, well, she said it one day. She said, Mr. Music, you mean them niggas is around giving up ass everywhere? I said, yeah, they are. And you'll see what I mean as time goes on. And they give it up ass everywhere. Umar's giving up ass everywhere. He sure is. For a minute there I was wondering what happened. I was wondering to my music there for a minute. Okay, I'm back now. But he is there, ladies and gentlemen. Think about it. All these married men, all these relationship gurus, all these folks that y'all idolize and y'all worship, whether they in the upper echelons of being somebody or in the YouTube streets, all these folks have one thing in common. They prey on women. And when I say women, let me go ahead and spell it out. There's WOMEN and there's WIMENZ, women's. And that's who they prey on. Y'all women's. Y'all women's giving them super chats. Y'all women pick them up. Women's pick them at the airport. Y'all women's sit in them streams for them hour after hour. Yeah, you right. Y'all women's do that. Y'all women's give these niggas popularity and notoriety. And y'all women's get mad when we say you get what you ask for. Don't go mad at us now. So for all you folks that's enjoying the Dr. Umar bashing because he's getting what he deserves, hey, you got to ask yourself, as a supporter of Umar Johnson, how long you going to continue to support him? You got to ask yourself, why this guy ain't got this school open yet? What you mean you just need the floors done? Can you show us where the what's the guy's name? Pocket Watcher with JT broke down to where there's certain years that you claim that you didn't get no donations. The information man showed clear and precise information of who you are. But you know what? There was folks in the information man's chat room telling him to mind his business. He shouldn't be reporting on this. There was folks, men and women, and pocket watching with JT that said, this ain't your business. Those are the folks that still will follow Umar Johnson. Again, I could have had a celebrity roast with this nigga, but I decided a loose nigga roundup because he ain't a celebrity. Y'all make him a celebrity. Y'all make that nigga who he is. Umar Johnson told y'all at one time or the other that 85% of his donations come from black women. He told you this. Now, I got to get on up out of here, y'all, but before I do, if you are legitimately looking to get your music or your, let me see if I can pull it up here. Let me make sure I got it. Let me make sure I got it here. Is this it? Yeah, I think this is it. If you're looking to get your music out there heard, I'm a part of a group called the Urban Influencers, and we have a roundtable discussion every Monday night. We have a gospel section, we have a hip hop section, we have an R&B section, and all these different groups. We do have different roundtable meetings and discussions. So let's just start with this, and then I'll tell you a little bit more in the upload that I do coming up a little bit later. I may go live a little bit later on this evening, there, ladies and gentlemen. It's 5:24 here in Charleston, South Carolina. But if I do, of course, you'll get the what do you call that? There it is. You'll get this. Like, share, and subscribe, comment. Make sure you do all that. That way you can get when I'm live or when my next upload. But in the meantime, here's a commercial for y'all.
Welcome to Classic R&B Jams Radio, where every note matters. Imagine a world tailored to elevate your music to its fullest potential, where your tunes resonate with the right audience, breaking through the noise of the music industry. Here at Classic R&B Jams Radio, we offer a unique blend of customized promotional services designed to match your music with the most fitting radio formats available. In today's evolving musical landscape, the journey from being an aspiring musician to achieving recognition is more complex than ever. Whether you're signed in with a label or navigating the independent scene, the challenge remains the same: finding the right platforms that amplify your unique sound. This is where our expertise comes into play. With a team comprised of industry veterans, our decades of combined experience becomes invaluable in traversing this intricate marketplace. From emerging genres to timeless tunes, we understand the nuances of radio formats, ensuring your music gets delivered to the ears that will appreciate it most. Our approach is not just about placing your music on air. It is about crafting a strategic narrative that best represents your artistry and connects with listeners in a profound and lasting manner. The power of radio cannot be overstated. It remains a vital medium for music discovery and a powerful tool in any artist's promotional arsenal. Our strong and enduring relationships with radio programmers give your music an unprecedented advantage. These connections mean more than just airtime. They mean the chance to explore new audiences, gain critical acclaim, and ultimately establish a distinctive presence in the music community. At Classic R&B Jammers Radio, we understand that every artist has a unique story. Our mission is to ensure that story gets heard. We believe in personalized services that respect the individuality of each artist while navigating the broader demands of the music industry. Our tailored promotional strategies are designed to highlight your music's best attributes, aligning with the right markets, and tapping into the preferences of discerning listeners. As we propel forward into this digital age, we continually adapt to the shifting terrains of musical tastes and technological advancements. But one thing remains constant: our unwavering commitment to quality and excellence in promoting your music. We stand by the belief that good music deserves to be heard by the right audience, and we strive to make that a reality for every artist who partners with us. In conclusion, Classic R&B Jams Radio is more than a station. It is a gateway into the world of radio excellence and industry recognition. By choosing our promotional services, you are not only selecting a partner with deep-rooted expertise and connections, but also embarking on a journey designed to inspire, engage, and elevate your musical career. We invite you to join us, to let your music soar to new heights, and to become a part of a family dedicated to the art of sound. Your music deserves to be heard by the right people, and Classic R&B Jams Radio is here to make sure it is.
Look, all you motherfuckers been snitching for him and shit. Now you standing up in here and goddamn it talking about preaching preacher. Fuck that nigga. Fuck that. I'm gonna shoot your ass too, motherfucker. Keep on. You gonna get shot too, nigga. You gonna get shot. God bless the fool, goddamn it. God bless the fool. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm gonna end this goddamn thing. Look, where's that goddamn money bowl at? Who got that money bowl? We taking that money right now before you leave this bitch. We ain't leaving out here for free, motherfucker. Yeah. Y'all know the motherfucker ain't no good. You want, look,